What's going on, YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you an update today of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. What I want to point out with some key areas that you need to pay attention to. We're going to be looking at these on the one-day time frame right now. And for Bitcoin, this is an extremely important area, guys. We're getting a nice little bounce out of here. I still want to see this coming on more volume. So I need a little bit more buying interest, because the most important thing for me is getting back up above this 52,890. Right now, this could be strong overhead resistance. So we need to get up over top of that as soon as possible and turn that into support. So that's going to be the first job that Bitcoin has to do. Get up above 52,890. Okay, second job that Bitcoin has to do, in my opinion, we need to continue to hold support of this 200 moving average. And that's going to be at 46,527. The reason I say that is typically when you lose that 200 moving average, it really acts as strong overhead resistance, and that's what can put you into a bear market. So last time, in the last cycle in 2017, once we lost it, we were in that bear market. What was a little bit different in 2021 here, we had this big correction. It was almost like a mini bear market. We went down over 50%. But once we lost this 200 moving average, we still went down another 26% until we found the bottom here. So in my opinion, we need to hold this area as support. So we're almost ranging right now between we'll call it $53,000 and that 46,527. It's important that we see strong volume and that we get up through that. You know, is it a possibility that we come back down here a little bit and then we try to get up through? Absolutely. So that's something we're going to watch for, but it's going to take volume to get over top of that $53,000. So we're going to watch that area, and then the next major area would be up to around 58,076 if we're able to continue this bounce. And what's nice about this bounce is we're not bouncing right now when we're in overbought conditions. So we're nice and low right now. We're at 37 on the daily RSI. You can see right here on our VMC Cipher B, we did get a green dot, which is significant, and that came right around negative 72. The deeper, in my opinion, it goes, the better for the rebound. Right now, the money flow is in the green, but we did move to the downside a little bit here. VWAP is at 3.86. So looking at this here, guys, just stepping back and looking at the structure of this, I would love your opinion down low. Do you believe that we're going to continue to hold this level and we're going to work our way and dig our way back up out of here and potentially go back up and challenge $69,000 again? Or do you believe we're going to lose this area after this little bounce that we've had and we're going to be looking down at lower levels? I would also like to see us hold 40,000. Would be a big deal for us here, because we had our low, higher low. We want this to be our higher low and dig our way out of here. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. The main thing I would say right now is don't panic. We just want to see if we continue to get this nice buying pressure. Right now it's coming in. It's not too bad. You can see the last few days here, we did get above average volume, and then this here was that capitulation candle to the downside. So hopefully it cleared everything out, and now we can just get moving back to the upside, but there's going to be a lot of volatility here. I talked about this in the last video. The harder that you fall, you got to think of it almost like injuries. I heard this, I don't know where it was from, because I listened to a lot of audiobooks on trading, but what the guy said was, if you fall out basically your window and it's right on the ground level floor, and you only fall 4 feet or so, you might not have that big of injury. You can recover pretty quick. It's not a big deal. But if you fall out of a 3-story building like we did over here, look how much time it took to heal and recover before we could get moving again. This is a massive drop. So now we need that time to heal and recover, and that's where we could chop around in here a little bit. So just be careful, guys. A lot of volatility. Some guys are de-risking right now. There's just all types of stuff going on in the market. So just be very careful. But also it does look like we still could get some nice moves back to the upside if we could get over top of 53,000. So that's going to be Bitcoin, guys. If you get something from that, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're going to move on to Ethereum next. ETH's been holding up the best. So right now we're basically, I put up here almost in like a rectangle consolidation. So we've had our drop. We're basically ranging between, we'll call it $4,000 and $4,900. So right in this area here. So we need to continue to hold $4,000 as support is what I'd like to see, and also have a daily candle close today up above this 50 moving average, which potentially could propel us to test 4,500 then up to around that $4,600. Same deal, really big volume here. You can see a long wick. This is a really nice hammer candle here with a long wick, so maybe that potentially could be our bottom for Ethereum. Held up really well against Bitcoin. We want to see that continue to move to the upside, because if we can get over top of that 4,900, guys, it's blue sky breakouts again. The only thing I don't like about that is that it's right around that $5,000, and that's going to be a big round psychological number as well. So still may have some days where we're just chopping back and forth in here. You know, it's not uncommon, guys, to go back up here and we just do this type of stuff and really fake people out, where you go up and then you have another drop back down, hold that, and then go back up again. I mean, this market's wild. And just for the fact that you can go to bed, when us Americans, we went to bed, that you can have a 25% drop in Bitcoin and all that in the middle of the night. I mean, that's the game. We're in the wild, wild west, and you just got to deal with it. And that's why we always look at upside scenarios and downside scenarios as well. You know, if this is something here we can't hold 4,000, most likely we're going to be looking back down to, I'd say, the 200 moving average, which is going to be at $3,200. But right now for Ethereum, guys, take a look at this chart. I mean, it's just a pure uptrend right now, and we're in a correction in this rectangle range, and we just got to get out of it, and it's going to take good volume. Whenever we break up through here, if we do, high volume is what you want to see. All right, so that's going to be Ethereum. If you're here for ETH, let me know down low. Also, let me know what you think Ethereum can do throughout the bull market. Where do you see price potential for Ethereum down the road? All right, next one, we're going to put in Litecoin here. Litecoin's at 167.68. So these are all the areas that I've been looking at here for Litecoin. Getting a nice bounce. We wanted to hold $140. We've done that so far. We've had decent volume coming in. Still would like to see a little bit more of that, but we are below our 200 moving average. So that's something that we have to get over top of now and turn into support. It's overhead resistance, and that's at 173. So we're going to have to see how price responds to 173. If we can get up above that, we're going to look at about 190 for Litecoin. Litecoin also having the green buy dot coming in. We have not seen that since this previous time, September 29th. You can see what happened from there. We had a really nice run after that. This was our one before that. This was July 21st. Had a nice run after that. So these things aren't guaranteed, but it's just something I like to see. Also coming up along with the rest of my technical analysis. Relative strength right now is at 37. And guys, what I did, I opened a position for Litecoin. I believe it was at 154 or 153, something right in that range, 154, 153, and that's what I'm going to continue to let ride right now. And I'm just going to be patient with it and let it go as far as I can. So, you know, for Litecoin, guys, when Bitcoin moves and there's stability in the market, it's going to do well. It can make those nice, you know, percentage gains, but when it drops hard, and that's why I always try to lock in profits. I think swing trading Litecoin is the best opportunity, because you don't want to let all these gains go. If you're buying down in here and you've ridden all this up, you don't want it to come all the way back down. And that's what happens a lot of times on many coins. Even after these big pumps, you'll have these big dumps. So always be careful. Use those trailing stop losses. But right now, let's just see if we can get Bitcoin going and Ethereum. Those are the main ones I'm paying attention to right now. God bless you all. Take care, my friends.